Welcome to my little humble kitchen up in the mountains. This morning I'm going to make a very highly nutritious, one of the most densely nutritious superfoods on the planet. Liver. This is chicken liver. And my ingredients here, I'll make it quick because I don't want this video to be too long. Everything is organic, pasture raised, grass fed, grass finished. This is apple smoked bacon from Dolly Ranch. This is my mise en place. Mise en place means, in culinary terms, means all of my ingredients are in place. I've already prepped. You can see that. Brown onion I have diced. The fresh garlic cloves I have sliced, and I've degerminated them to take out the bitterness. Then I realized I should probably keep them in there because they probably have more nutritional value. So anyway, and then I have my ghee, just a little bit of ghee there, some organic jerk spice, cracked pepper, soon to be cracked, and then some Himalayan sea salt. So in any case, here we have it. My pan's been heating, so give me 1 second here because now I'm going to switch the camera over to, because I don't have a camera crew. Not yet anyway. So really quick, make this really quick. I'm going to add the bacon in there right now. My heat's on like medium-high heat, and the old Patricia would love to have her bacon really extra crispy, but I'm not going to do that now because I'm trying to, my hands are clean, my fingers are clean. I'd like to cook the food as little as possible to maintain the integrity of the nutrients and the enzymes in the food. And it's also wise to have cooked food with raw food. Not always raw and not always cooked. The body needs a little bit of both. So I'm going to turn the heat up a little higher, and just a little bit higher. It's still medium high, and get this going. But while this is going, I'm going to throw my onions in. So let's do that. So those are a little, actually I'm going to throw the garlic in too. Why not? So there you go. Onions, garlic, stirring it up. Smells lovely. Why did I choose liver today? Because it is the most nutritiously dense food on the planet. Very high in iron. So if you're anemic or pregnant ladies, mommies to be, very high in iron for everybody. And vitamin B12, vitamin B6, folate. And honestly, I want to say that I don't just eat any meat. I don't eat meat often, although this is organ meat, it's not animal flesh. But when I do, it's from animals that are humanely raised on farms. This particular batch came from Dolly Ranch here in Southern California. And humanely raised, grass-fed, grass-finished, which means the animals start off eating grass and they finish eating grass, which is what you want. Because oftentimes in the grocery store, when you see grass-fed on the package, it's partially grass-fed. There are many ranchers, not all, that will take the animal and fatten it up the last, say, 3 months of its life before they send it off to slaughter, because they want to get more product and AKA more money. So I know my ranchers and I trust my experience with them and what they're doing. And you can even go to these particular farms, Dolly Ranch, Rainbow Ranch Farms up in the high desert of California and Pinyon Hills, and you can see for yourself how the animals are treated and ask any questions you want because they want to share, share their information. They have nothing to hide. So this is moving along a little nicely. It's really simple. It only took me maybe like, once I started and finished it, 6 minutes to prep the mise en place. The bacon, you can see it's just sliced, chopped up in like bite-sized pieces. The same with the onions and the garlic. So it didn't take very long at all. My spices, I'm just going to use them in a minute here after I throw the liver into the pan. I'll let it cook a little longer. But like I said, the reason why I chose liver is because many people have no experience with liver. You know, they freak out, right? Oh my God, that looks disgusting. Well, in my experience of myself, when I had that attitude as a little girl and a child, I was expressing the childishness of my being. As an adult woman who's done some deep inner healing work and growth and realization, I've come to understand and appreciate the many benefits of liver. And I've also learned to add other things that I enjoy with it. In this case, garlic and bacon and onions. So, you know, I can cook this a little longer and the onions will become caramelized, and so will the garlic, which means the natural sugars will continue to come out and they'll start getting a little brown and crispy on the ends, which is all kind of lovely. But I don't want to cook it that much because, like I said, it will maintain the integrity of being less cooked. So I've drained out much of the blood from the liver. I'm going to add it now. And I'm not going to cook it long either. You know, basically, it's best to eat it, honestly, it's best to eat it as raw as possible. And sometimes I even cut a little tiny sliver and add some sea salt on it. Oops. And just eat it like that. But in this case, I'm going to cook it a little bit longer for y'all. Not too much longer because I'm still going to eat it for breakfast. Adding my jerk spice here just to add a little more flavor, or different flavor I should say. Sea salt, a little bit of sea salt. Let me turn this around here. There's some salt, and then some cracked pepper. See, I added the liver partially, I don't know, maybe that was about several minutes into cooking, and then I added the liver, and obviously it's cooking for a few more minutes. That's probably about enough. Flip it over. And honestly, the least you can cook it, the better. He said, because you get more nutritional value. The more you cook anything, the more you kill its nutritional value. So I'll let that sit for a second in there. And you guys may think I'm kind of disgusting because I'm going to eat it a little more on the raw side. But I've learned to appreciate the many benefits of it. So that is something I learned how to do, is eat it a little more raw. So that said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, in a second here, I'm going to turn off the heat and just leave it in the pan for a minute because it will continue to cook. So let me turn it off and let it sit there for a second and absorb the beautiful flavors that I've added in. And this is my breakfast. It's 10 o'clock, actually it's 10:04 in the morning. I have not eaten anything yet, which means, and I think my last meal, last night I had a little bowl of soup. That was maybe about 6, so I've considered myself being on a little mini fast this morning. So this is going to help break my fast, and it's very nutritious. I'm not going to eat it alone. I'm going to eat it with a little bit of, what do I have here? A little bit of leftover spaghetti squash that was roasted with some ghee and, let me see, let me move this over here. A little bit of spaghetti squash. It was roasted with ghee and cinnamon and cracked pepper. So I'm going to have that on the side. Okay. And then, you can't see it, but on my dining room table I have some sauerkraut, so some fermented food, probiotic. And obviously the healthy fat here is in the bacon. So here's my beautiful, believe it or not, for those that don't love liver or animal products, this is beautiful. My beautiful dense, highly nutritiously dense breakfast, and it's gonna, after my little digestion here, it's going to fuel me even more on my hike. Have my macronutrient ratios, protein, carb, fat, carbs right here, and the squash, high protein, and the healthy fat, and the pasture raised bacon. So I want you to know another thing. I am not a vegetarian, obviously. I am not a vegan. I am not paleo. I am a patriciatarian. I eat whatever Patricia's body and soul calls for. And if that means this week a little bit of animal protein or meat, so be it. If it means vegetarian, so be it. So learn to honor your body and meet the body's needs. Obviously healthy, wholesome, organic. So there you go. Beautiful breakfast. And yeah, bon appetit to me. Barefoot hiker. Adios.